time guys, if I'm back again with another video, and this video is in response to a query on Facebook because there was somewhat of an urgency to reply to the query, and since I'm not in my studio right now, I'm in my office, so you might hear some background noise, some traffic, or people walking in and out. So please excuse that. So the question, the query was that you have a list of cities, list of names of cities. Now the city names may be repeated. Now you have to put a serial number in front of each of them, each row. And what happens is when this, for each city, a separate list of numbers need to be maintained. So for example, let's just type in a few, and that may make it easier to understand. So the first row is New York, let's see, Dallas, oops, sorry, and then we have Houston, okay, and then we have Dallas again. Now, New York appears for the first time, so it's going to be 1, Dallas 1, Houston 1. Now, Dallas has already appeared once up here, so this serial number would be 2. Okay. Now, let's do a few more. Let's see, Dallas. Let's do Dallas again. Oops. And then we have New York. And then we can have Houston. Then we get Dallas once again. Then New York. And then Houston. Okay. So Dallas, this is the second time Dallas came. Now this is the third time, so this would be 3. New York has already appeared once here, so this would be 2. Houston has appeared once, so this is going to be 2. Dallas has appeared 3 times, so this would be 4. New York has appeared once and twice, so this would be 3. And Houston has appeared, last it was 2, so this would be 3. So this type of numbering is what is needed to be automated using a formula, both if it's a range and if it's a table. So let's get started. First thing what we'll do is we'll just copy this numbering that we have given manually, and I'm just going to copy it here. So then we'll have a baseline to compare our formula to. Okay. Now, what we need to do is we are going to make use of the COUNTIF function. So let's start. What we're doing is we are going to count the names of the cities here. So B2 and compare it to B2. Okay. Now, what this is, now from range is B2 to B2. Count how many times this is B2, whatever the contents of B2 is, how many times does that appear in this range from B2 to B2. Now, if I were to copy this down, there'll be a problem. Okay, what that does is, see how everything has creeped up? So we can't do that. So let's get rid of this. So what we're going to do is we are going to lock the first reference and leave the rest as it is. Now I'm going to copy this down one row, and now let's see what happens. Now it's counting from B2 all the way to B3 and comparing it against the contents of B3. Now if I were to copy it all the way down here, see what happens? Say for example in this case, it is comparing the contents of B5, okay, against from B2 to B5, and it's counting how many times that has appeared or has appeared before, and because it has appeared once and it's the second time, so you get 2, and so on and so forth. What you can also do is make one more improvement. You can say if B2 is not blank, only then put in this formula, otherwise leave it blank. Okay, and we can drag this down all the way down here. Now see what happens. Right now these are blanks. At the moment I put in another city, it will fill that in. And Dallas, the last it was 4, now it's 5. Does that match? New York is 1. Yes. Dallas 1. Houston 1. These are the numbers that we had done manually. Okay. Dallas 2, we got a 2 here. Dallas 3, 3. New York 2, 2. Houston 2, 2. Dallas 4, 4. 3, 3, 3, 3. And obviously this is blank because we didn't, I just entered this now. Okay, now this is how you would do if if the list is not sorted. Even if it's sorted, this method, okay, this method would work even if it's sorted. Okay, now if we want to do the same thing using a table, let's see how we'll do that. Okay, let's see how we'll do that using a table. So we have the serial number column, and then we have the city. Okay, now because this is going to be a table, let's do the first one. Let's the first. I'm going to use the same cities. I'm going to follow the same pattern here, so we can then compare these serial numbers by using it in the table format. Okay. Now here, what we'll do is, again, we will just use the same function. If B2 is not blank, then countifs B2, B2, B2. Okay, but this, since this is a table, I'm going to make one small change. I am going to lock this. Okay, and these two references, we'll use the indirect function to create this these two references. So instead of this B2 be indirect, oops, sorry. And this is going to be Excel row number 2, so I'm going to append row 2. Okay, and I'm just going to copy this and paste it over this. There you go. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll make this into a table by hitting Control T. Make sure this is checked. There you go. Okay, now because it's a table, what you do is when you want to insert another row, just go to last cell and hit tab, and will insert the new row for you and also bring down any formulas. Okay, so I'll click on this last cell, hit tab to go to this city column, and we will put in Dallas. Hold on a second, let me do something here. I'm just going to copy this column D. I'll bring it over here. So now we can, we'll also be able to compare what we did earlier. Okay, now that was Dallas. Now let's take Houston. And then we have Dallas. Then we have Dallas. Then we have New York. And then we have Houston. Then we have Dallas. And then we have New York. And then we have Houston. Okay, so you see 1, 1, 1, 1, Houston 1, Houston 1, Dallas 2, Dallas 2, Dallas 3, Dallas 3, New York 2, New York 2, Houston 2, Houston 2, Dallas 4, 4, New York 3, 3, Houston 3, 3, and the one that we had entered last of all was Dallas, and the serial number was 5. So let's see that, and there you go. So that's how you would do serial numbers in a list which is not sorted, but you would want to have the list maintained separately for each item. Okay, like for each city, you want to have it, the sequence of serial numbers to be kept independent of other cities. So that was a very quick video to show you how you can put in automatically put in serial numbers for a list that is not sorted. If you like this video, please kindly give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe. And once again, apologies for any background sound that you might be hearing, since this video was shot in a hurry in my office and not in my usual studio. Thank you.